Speaking of great G5 football, let's get to Mac. Let's get to the action. Toledo favored by 7.5. I think 8 in a lot of places, but for the show, we're picking it at 7.5. I mean, because we don't like picking it at even numbers all the time. We just pick Troy at an even number. This is kind of a tough one for me. I mean, Smith at quarterback has been nothing but not impressive. But they're winning
in
ball
four
games.
wins. In 4 wins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's been nothing but impressive. But then he's been nothing but not impressive. But he's impressed me that he's winning ball games, if that makes sense. Amos is a good ball carrier. I think there's just such a talent difference here, though. Like, Toledo is a legit good team. They're a legit good team. But with that being said, the Miami of Ohio Redhawks, that defense is electric. Now, Penny Boone, he might have his. Daquan Finn might have his a little bit. Sure. Let's call it how it is. This is a 21-17 game. We know it. Everyone knows it. Give me Toledo win, Redhawks plus 7.5.
Okay. I do like that middle there for you. I do think that defense is really legit for Miami, Ohio. It's a shame they don't have Gabbert in this game. Yes, Smith has been giving it his all, but he is not the same. Gabbert really turned the corner this year. He's playing good football. They would give him an actual chance here. Problem is, as you mentioned, the talent gap is just pretty significant for the MAC. It's pretty significant there with Toledo. 7.5 is, to be honest, I think a little low. I'm gonna go Toledo minus 7.5. I know at times this year they have struggled or just kind of not gotten up for games. But in this game, how do you not get up for it? It's Ford Field. It's the MAC championship. A New Year's Six Bowl is on the line for Toledo if the right things fall in their way. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's a shame though that Gabbert's not playing. I do think Penny Boone, Finn, and the fellas there, they will get after the Miami defense. A couple weeks ago, come back to October, it was a 21-7 game at Miami, Ohio with Gabbert for most of that game. And Toledo jumped on him early. It was actually 21-3. And they kind of let the foot off the gas, right? Miami, Ohio fought the way back into it. Obviously, it wasn't enough, but I think this time they jump on him. I don't think they have Brett Gabbert to climb back in this game. It's not at home. They don't have that momentum of the crowd. I think Toledo gets it done here in pretty comfortable fashion.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. This is one of those games I actually don't feel great about picking at all. In fact, actually, in these conference games, I feel good about 2 of them. I feel good about, well, I don't want to spoil Dawson's Diner. If you guys are just watching the cut up of this, you guys can watch the full video to get Dawson's Diner on YouTube or catch us on Spotify. But if you're watching this full video, Dawson's Diner is coming up pretty soon here, so I won't spoil it. But I don't like a ton of these picks that I'm making at all. At all. Now, granted,
as you should though. That should be conference weekend though.
It should be conference weekend. We've done pretty good against ATS these last couple of weeks, so my gut says in this game in action at Ford Field says throw away the numbers. I'm pretty sure there's like a pretty absurd stat about the underdog in MAC championships is like 12-5 ATS the last 17 years or something like that. So
that's
if you're gonna
so
give me more than if you're gonna give me more than a touchdown, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm excited for this game. So
what is path to victory here for Miami, Ohio? Is it run the football, turnovers?
Yeah, it's stop the run the ball, and stop the run. That's it.
Yeah.
Control the game, leave it down. Yep, just make it a 1-possession game. Stay in the ball game, right, and just find any way that Toledo can possibly make a mistake down the stretch, right? It's you keep the game close. Don't make the mistakes yourselves. Wait for something to happen, and then you gotta capitalize on opportunities. If there's a botch snap, you gotta jump on that ball, and then you gotta put it in. If you find yourself in the red zone, you gotta find a way to get in. Touchdowns, not field goals for Miami of Ohio.
And I think you'll see the coaching staff and the game plan kind of reflect that, and that's why I think what creates that variability here is like you're going to be aggressive here. You know you have the talent. There's a talent gap. You know you don't have the talent to compete with Toledo, all things equal. You know you don't have the quarterback to compete with Toledo, all things equal. You have to find a way to make up for those margins. Fourth downs, fake punts. You're going to see Miami trick plays. The bag should be emptied in this game. I think it will be. Of course, it's the MAC. It always is. It feels like a random Tuesday or Wednesday. It's always emptied for them. But yeah, I think Toledo here gets done.